The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I'll never forget it. We've come a pretty long way. There's so much I could say. It's never really gone away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we settle into our studios here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and Turnbuckle Studios, the superstars of Raw are making their way to the American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas for Monday Night Raw. I am OM Dynamic, joined alongside Chris Best and the Godfather, Carl Karafeld. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
I am ecstatic for this show. Just this card just seems stacked from top to bottom. Oh, Carl, how are you doing, man?
I'm tired, I'm stressed, but I'm here.
Yeah, you've had a busy week there, recent vacation, so to speak, and now you're back here for us.
Yeah, just got back in today and had to deal with things, and now I'm here.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a wild ride. I'm sure Monday Night Raw is going to be a wild ride tonight.
Monday Night Raw is absolutely going to be a wild ride. We've got Roman Reigns, who is going to open the show tonight.
Yeah, interesting that Roman's opening up the show. We haven't seen Roman in a long time, and then all of a sudden he returns last week, and he's going to open up the show.
Yes,
I guess the OTC is still relevant.
absolutely. He is, as our friend Pete comes in saying, evening to the three amigos. Good evening, Pete. Great to see you here as always, brother. Thank you for joining.
And if you guys haven't checked out Pete, you need to check him out as well. Amazing guy. Coming to us on his YouTube channel right now. He does some amazing videos. He does gaming videos as well as he does his travel videos as he headings his way to his employment and then back home again. It's really interesting to watch sometimes. He's over in the UK, so interesting to see some of the different dynamics that happen over there with traffic and stuff like that. So yeah, check out Pete Headers and Blaze.
Yeah, you can kind of live vicariously through Pete when he does those travels because it's just so cool to see the neighborhoods he gets to visit and all that. My personal favorite videos, Pete, I'm going to give you a big shout out here, are your TikTok videos when you're doing the plane spotting and all that. I love when he does that.
Oh, yes. And the music has started. We heard the drum beat happen. And now
The ones to the sky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're up there. A little bit of a different change, though. We have the O, the T, the C, and the number 1 there now.
He has had that for a while, actually, since he came back, because there was talk of them changing it to Tribal Chief 1 as opposed to OTC.
But he is the OTC. Still.
He is.
The graphic in the back still kind of had the shade of the back there. It was interesting. It was a good little touch. See, you can see it right there, kind of. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yes. And it's going to be interesting to see what he has to say here and who he's issuing a challenge to, or if he is going to get flanked and bring out the Usos, do we get a potential bloodline reunion here?
It's a possibility. I don't doubt it.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at a sign that I just saw pop up behind Roman. And I got to say, there's a little bit of truth behind that sign.
Okay.
Meltzer fears facts.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So Pete's saying that I sounded a bit muffled. Do I still sound muffled to you, Pete?
You sound good now.
Okay, perfect. Minor adjustments. When nothing's been hooked up for a while, you forget a setting or two once in a while. So for that, everyone, I apologize. It was my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Actually, Carl, I took your advice. I did pick myself up a USB hub for my new rig.
Oh, see?
Didn't take my advice when I said the same thing.
You're not the godfather who's been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah. No, I've just been in production for almost 20, 30 years. But I also took your advice, Carl. And I also got myself a pair of new clamps for my microphone.
There you go. Perfect. Roman's soaking in this moment right now. Back in there.
Absolutely.
Looking around the entire arena before telling us what's on his mind.
Right? But as he does have the stick, I am going to listen in.
You might be a minute waiting for him to talk, just the way he's soaking everything in.
It's very true. With OTC chants happening right now, those could last all night.
They absolutely could. I mean, and we hear it with all of these stars, whether it's Roman, Punk, Cody, Jay.
They're hyped. They are hyped. Oh, interesting turn of events here right now.
Yeah, he didn't get to say much.
Roman getting his acknowledge me out and then being interrupted by Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman right away.
I gotta say, I want that tribal thief shirt.
You're right, Pete. That's the tribal even. Yep.
He might be the rebel thief. Maybe that's what he calls himself when he's thieving ribs off people.
So if Roman is tribal chief 1, does that make Bronson tribal chief 2? Paul Heyman starts on the microphone and instantly gets booed. Okay. There we go. That's how it's done. Well, don't know. Don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think Roman Reigns has an ounce of fear in his body.
Not once. Oh, wow. Heyman's got some truths that he's spitting right now. Wow. For those that maybe are not watching the show of Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman essentially saying not once in your entire life has anybody put you onto a stretcher where you had to be taken to the hospital on a stretcher, except once.
Maybe I'm reading too deep into this, but why is it the way Paul Heyman was wording that thing? It almost leads me to believe that we're going to a stretcher match between these two.
I mean, that's a possibility for sure.
I am with you there, Mr. Best, as Bronson Reed has the mic now, doing it the way that Roman used to do it from Paul.
Now, he was already stretchered out once by Bronson Reed. Roman calling Paul Heyman dumbass. Oh. Interesting.
Paul Heyman holding Bronson Reed back, trying to talk some sense into him.
Well, maybe he's not wrong. Wow. Whatever fashion, he says. So that could lead to, yeah, let's talk a stretcher match. Good call there, guys. Good call. What? Oh. Okay, I can get behind that for sure.
Sure, I'll take the street fight too.
Yeah. An Australian street fight.
And we know the kind of carnage Bronson Reed can cause in those kinds of matches.
Yeah.
We also know the kind of carnage Roman Reigns can cause in those kind of matches too. Uh-oh.
Roman wanted to fight now, and it looks like we're getting that.
Yes, we are. He played Bronson's punk card, and Bronson stormed to the ring.
Not an actual match, nothing like that going on, just a beatdown happening.
Yes. And the Superman punch to send Bronson over the barricade.
Oh.
Now I've got to wonder at what point does Braun Breaker come out and try to put a stop to all this?
Well, everyone coming out from the back to try to stop this.
That's right. No Braun Breaker, no Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins is going to be focused on Cody Rhodes probably later on tonight. But there is no separating these two men.
Oh, another Superman punch. Security everywhere. Jason Jordan's out there. Petey Williams is out there. Referees are out there. Wow.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw DUPRI out there too, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Bet they don't. Oh, Pete, that was a good one. I like that.
Yes.
Wow. And we look at things, it's only 18 minutes in. Typically, I'm not a fan of what just happened. But this seemed to be done seamlessly. Yes, it was 18 minutes, but it didn't feel like 18 minutes, to be honest. It felt like 12.
Yeah, no, it really didn't, as we now see CM Punk make his way into the building, as well as Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, I was going to say, it feels like we were just saying our hellos, and suddenly we've got Roman and Bronson fighting each other.
Yeah. Absolutely wild. Thank you to each and every one of you that are here with us tonight, joining us, watching this as we watch Monday Night Raw. Leave your comments for us. We do see them. We do read them. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, something simple and easy to do is just hit that like button. And it really helps us out with the algorithms.
Yes, as we are getting a recap from last week when Asuka misted IYO and KAIRI trying to plead with her to come back and be a family.
I really can't wait to see more out of this situation tonight. These four women have got me invested.
Oh, 100% they do.
Asuka's talking Japanese, and Adam Pearce is saying, "Oh, I understand."
Asuka saying she wants IYO and KAIRI tonight one-on-one. KAIRI now dyeing her hair to match Asuka's. Is that another sign of unity on the Kabuki Warriors' part?
No, it's another sign of Asuka taking control over KAIRI. I guarantee
That's how
that.
I feel. Yep. That's how I feel about that for sure. Oh, goodness.
As Asuka slaps KAIRI in the face and is screaming at her. Now, last week I put this out there. Is it time for Rhea to turn heel and maybe turn her back on IYO in this match? Or is this the case of where KAIRI needs to turn her back on Asuka in this tag match coming up Saturday?
I think KAIRI needs to be the one that turns on Asuka.
I agree, but they're playing such a mind game right now, like a very manipulative mind game that I don't think we're going to see that happen for a while.
Oh, yeah. I don't expect it to happen for like maybe another, I would say 2, maybe 3 months.
Okay.
And it could be something as simple as KAIRI. I'm going to just go out on a limb here, but in the Women's Royal Rumble, it could be something as simple as Asuka's facing elimination. KAIRI accidentally eliminates her while trying to make the save.
Okay.
Right.
That's an interesting take.
As Becky Lynch makes her way to the ring, and as I said this on the Locker Room Breakdown, I'm starting to find that these women's secondary titles are starting to lose a little bit of their luster. Like this, to me, the Intercontinental Championship seems to be more of an accessory for Becky Lynch rather than an actual championship.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, every time Becky's been in the ring, she's been defending the title, though, with the exception of the mixed tag team match.
See, and I haven't actually felt that, because the last little while she's been getting in the ring and just really running her mouth and hasn't done anything. The title hasn't. The last match I remember her defending the title was Lyra.
She has defended the title about 4 or 5 times since then.
That's just how memorable those matches have been, apparently. But something that is easy enough for your memories is that you can buy yourself some merchandise to remember every show that happens here with Turnbuckle Studios. Here's how.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
That's right. carlcarafel.redbubble.com is the place to go to get the merchandise for the shows. We would appreciate if you do make a purchase. Just send us a quick email. Send us a picture. Get a hold of us on the socials. Get a hold of us through email by checking out the website at turnbucklestudios.org. And the email address is listed right there. I am back from vacation, so I will be able to get to emails a lot quicker. Felix, if you're here with us tonight, we will be in touch, my friend.
Maxine Dupree making her way to the ring by herself. She is not being accompanied by Tozawa, who walked her to the top of the ramp. Now, I made a comparison because I haven't seen somebody improve as much in such a short amount of time as Maxine since Liv Morgan. Now, Maxine is not at Liv Morgan's level yet.
Yes, true.
But is this Maxine's litmus test?
What did you say? Is this
Maxine's litmus test? Is this the test to see if she can really hang with the big girls?
Right. I think this definitely could be. And I mean, who better to do it with than Becky Lynch, right? And as we come back from commercial break, for those that are in commercials on their programs that they're watching this on. We come to a beautiful cityscape before we come back into the ring for this matchup between Becky Lynch and MAXXINE DUPRI for the women's championship. That's a key thing for the women's championship. So to go along with what you said, she has obviously grown enough that they feel a match like this is warranted.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I believe she had an Intercontinental Championship match before, as well as one of Becky's first defenses.
Right. But didn't capture it at that time. So
I look at this as kind of like a so Becky has to me, for every championship, you have to have a list of contenders. This could very well be a building of Becky's possible contenders, even though she is defending the title tonight. If MAXXINE does have a strong outing in this match, it's very possible that she now enters maybe in that, I would say, top 5 women that could challenge Becky down the line for another Intercontinental title match.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask this too, because there's somebody else that should be involved in this picture that we haven't seen since Clash in Paris. And I am, of course, talking about AJ Lee.
It's inevitable. It's going to happen. AJ Lee is so hot that I don't think that it's needed that we see her on our screen every week type of thing, right? She's going to get that matchup at sorry, MAXXINE there, showing how fierce she can be as well, standing toe to toe with Becky Lynch, taking those shots and then giving some really good ones of her own.
Even Becky was taken aback by that.
Yep. And a beautiful arm drag there from MAXXINE.
Well, MAXXINE's been listening to Natty.
Oh, yeah.
But going back, necessarily ragdolling, but she's taken control of this matchup at least.
Yeah. But going back to your point, Carl, because I was going to agree with you on AJ Lee not needing to be around every week, because she to me, she's she is a superstar. She signed a multi-year deal with the WWE, but she should be, in that first little bit, be treated as more of like an attraction. I do feel like she's probably going to be the next woman to take the Intercontinental title. And I do feel like she's going to be a fighting champion when she actually wins that title.
As Becky trying to paintbrush MAXXINE, but lit a fire under her, only for MAXXINE to then get leveled.
I think both were kind of shocked there. I think MAXXINE got a good right hand in there on Becky Lynch, and it startled both of them. I think that looked great.
If MAXXINE were to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship tonight, does that hinder the Vision's plans at all for the future of the industry?
I really don't think so.
No.
We're talking, like the Intercontinental Championship, right, is that stepping stone championship. Still is, it really, when you think about it, it's still that stepping stone championship to the heavyweight championship. Wow, MAXXINE. Wow. Impressing me to the nines.
Yeah.
Wow. Just everything.
Yep.
Her offense, the defense, like everything that's happening right now. Both of these women doing fantastic. Are we going to get a exploder?
Wow.
I felt that on my back.
Exploder into the security walls. Wow. But yeah, the IC championship, whether it's for the men or for the women, is like that stone, that stepping stone that goes up to the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think if you want to rule the world of world wrestling entertainment, you need both World Heavyweight Championships. So doesn't hinder, maybe a quick little side turn, and both of them hold the World Championship.
Yeah, and knowing Becky, she just seems to always have a hunger for gold.
Right.
If MAXXINE wins this, Becky's asking for a rematch like the following week.
Right.
Of course. Becky Lynch still dominating in this matchup right now, splashing MAXXINE in the corner. Back to a commercial break. So if you're in commercials, we apologize that you're having to miss this great matchup.
Yes.
Which has been fantastic in my book so far.
Yes, Becky with another Bexploder inside the ring.
She's just throwing MAXXINE around, and kudos to MAXXINE for taking this punishment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And fighting back, just holding her own against Becky. And this is what's impressing me about her right now.
Yes. MAXXINE was really starting to go off. Becky there, though, with that counter, and that's that experience that Becky has.
Some programming notes for those for this weekend. SmackDown, 8 p.m. Eastern. The show in Perth, Crown Jewel, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And Monday Night Raw, 8 a.m. as well. For us here in North America.
Yes.
I don't think we're doing an 8 a.m. Raw Patrol, are we, guys?
I wouldn't count on it, but you never know. I might be up and
not me. I'm usually still trying to get some sleep.
I'm old.
Yes, so you get up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. But what a match these women are just giving us right here.
Absolutely.
I mean, even if MAXXINE doesn't take the win here, she's got to be at least in that conversation for a possible contendership or a possible run with the Intercontinental title within, like, I would say not the next year, but maybe like the next 2 years, you know?
Right. A couple of weeks ago, I asked if Stephanie Vaquer should win Rookie of the Year for the Slammies. Would MAXXINE win Most Improved Female Wrestler of the Year?
For me, that would be a close run with BFAB, because BFAB over on SmackDown has been doing just the same thing as MAXXINE has. MAXXINE does seem to be a few steps ahead, though.
Right.
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
Beautiful high knee.
And that beautiful leaping clothesline.
Oh, that knee to the side of the head.
I was honestly there. I was anticipating an axe kick.
You were shades of Booker T there.
Yep. Wow.
That might have been the slowest kip up I've ever seen, but it was impressive still.
And then the straps come down from MAXXINE.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Cinch it deep. Sit down, cinch it deep.
Lock your legs around that.
MAXXINE showing some shades of Chad Gable. What a knee there from Becky in the corner, and MAXXINE looks like she is out of it. Maxine looks like she can't defend herself. And referee Jessica Carr not administering the 5 count, but oh.
Wow. Oh.
Whoa. That was close, guys.
2
That
and
was
9
really
tenths.
close.
And a beautiful sit-down power bomb there from Maxine. Doing something we haven't really seen from her, going to the top rope here now. As Carl with the look of astonishment on his face.
Yeah.
My heart was racing for the baseball playoffs of the weekend. My heart is racing faster than that right now watching this.
Right?
Yeah. What a superplex from Becky.
Oh.
And just a 2 count, Becky. Oh, trying for the armbar, but Maxine blocking it.
Oh.
And right back to the ankle lock. Max, sit down. Sit down, girl.
Lock those legs. That's what she has to do. Wow.
Jeez, Louise right now. Could this be it?
Come on, Max.
Oh, gee, if Jessica Carr was only a half second faster.
Wow.
Beautiful crossbody. Oh, but rolled through.
Oh, I thought Becky had her. I thought Becky had it.
Oh, Jessica Carr saw the tights being pulled. Oh, shit.
Oh, Maxine tried to use Becky's tactics against her. Oh. Smart move by Maxine.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Right?
Words cannot just describe the performance we're getting out of Maxine in this match.
How about awesome, like the crowd is saying?
Yeah. This is a whole new level to Maxine's game. Becky getting into referee Jessica Carr's face for no reason.
Would you say it's a whole new Max, a whole DUPRI for all to see?
Carl, I was watching that movie this afternoon.
Prime bottles being used.
Yeah,
in this match. Like
why
everything.
was that not a disqualification?
Right? That should have been instant disqualification.
Oh, Jessica Carr's gonna slug her, I bet.
Oh, she shoved her. Jessica Carr shoved her a bit.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Let's not forget, Jessica Carr does have a wrestling background, guys.
Yes, she does. Is Becky trying to drag this match on the outside, but still avoid the count out for a time limit draw?
Is there a time limit on these matches these days?
I believe
like
so. Oh my goodness.
And Becky's showboating costs her as Maxine wins by count out.
Now,
Run,
for
girl.
those that aren't familiar with the professional wrestling world, the championship does not change hands on a count out. It has to be pinfall or submission. But in the record books, it shows that MAXXINE DUPRI beat Becky Lynch.
Yes.
I agree, Pete. Great job. Great job by both women here tonight. Wow.
I am not disappointed in that count out win. That just tells me that there's going to be a future match between these women.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, look at the look on Becky's face. She is upset with the match and herself.
Yep.
I mean, she has nobody to blame but herself on that loss.
Right.
No, she
right.
does.
I mean, overconfidence on her part, and you would figure a little more veteran, but I don't know. Usos with Roman in the back right now. Both Usos saying, you know, we got you, we got you. Well, Jimmy saying we got you, and Jay going, I got you, I got you. Very much so it's all about me.
Yeah, again,
type of situation.
Teasing the dissension that we saw before when Jimmy was in Roman's favor, and now it's leaning more towards Jay being in Roman's favor with Jim on the outside.
Right. Which honestly never thought that would happen. Always Jimmy seemed to just be that bigger star. And now it's Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we have Bayley with Lyra in Gorilla as Lyra is getting ready to go to the ring for her match with Roxanne Perez. And that Intercontinental Championship match, that is going to be a tough one to follow.
Yeah.
If any two can pull it off, it's going to be Roxanne and Lyra.
I love this new Bayley. I love Bayley. Oh, my goodness. Lyra making her way in to the arena with Bayley ringside for her.
Yeah, this kind of surprises me a little bit. I wasn't anticipating Bayley coming out. I was waiting for Bayley to come out and make the save, much like we got last week, where we got the reluctant Lyra coming out to make the save. But we've got, we've seen Hugger Bayley, we've seen Ding Dong Hello Bayley, we've seen Role Model Bayley, and all three of them converging in this new Bayley.
I guess so.
I wouldn't necessarily say converging. I'd say conflicting in this new Bayley. Because it seems like she's in some sort of a conflict with all three of those gimmicks.
Up next, we do have that matchup presented by Battlefield 6, apparently. Just like Turnbuckle Studios, mixing the pro wrestling and the video games all together.
I was a part of the beta for Battlefield 6. It's not a bad game. But that's only if you're into shooters.
Right.
But I'm 100% looking forward to this segment. Bayley has just been, with this character she's doing, she's been killing it on screen lately.
Yes, she has.
Oh goodness, yeah.
I love and I hope to see it. I love when she runs over and bugs Joe Tessitore.
Now, is she getting Joe and Michael Cole confused at ringside at the commentary booth, or is she aware that it's Joe that she's going over to?
I think she's aware. I don't think we have a R-Truth situation going on.
Well, she's signaling to somebody in the crowd.
We are in a commercial break, so very cool. For the children.
Yep.
Roxanne Perez getting her entrance during the commercial break for those that are in commercial.
Yes, and Roxanne, of course, accompanied by her tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez. This was a matchup that we saw a couple of weeks ago. And I had it picked as my match of the night. It didn't quite live up to expectations. Could this match surpass the previous match, or was that just too high a bar to live up to?
I mean, that's one of the goals I usually do when I used to wrestle. If I'm taking on a wrestler I used to wrestle before, I wrestled before, I'd be like, okay, what can we do better that we did in the last match? What can we do better from that match?
Right.
That's always been my goal. So I have a feeling that that could very well be the same thing here. Carl, you were going to say something?
I figured that there's been enough time between the matches that they could probably give us the exact same match again. And we really wouldn't notice anything different because it's the exact same thing. But we would feel that it was match of the night once again.
Right.
If they give us something a little different, beautiful. No worries. Right? If they don't, still.
Yeah.
Women's matchup once again. Women's matchup following a women's matchup this hour. All women except for the 18 minutes at the beginning.
Yes.
Can't go
wrong.
wrong.
Raw has been very, very female heavy of late. I'm here for it. Like, I am not here to condemn that. I absolutely love it.
Right.
I think, do we see a little more aerial out of these two women?
I'd be okay with that. I definitely would be. Both women can do it. Both women have the ability to do that. I think it would be fantastic to see a little bit more aerial game from them. Not necessarily the flippy dippy BS, but a few more aerial moves out of them.
Right.
Yeah, the one thing I like about watching Lyra and Roxanne, is yes, we do know that they are aerial specialists, shall we say?
Yeah.
I like the fact that the way they wrestle is they make it so that the aerial tactics that they throw in the match make sense to the story that they're telling in that match.
Yeah. Yeah, both of these women are in-ring technicians, but they can add that element of taking it to the skies.
Very interesting way to start this matchup. I enjoyed watching that.
Just a
wow.
Sorry, I'm stumbling at my words because of the amount of aggression out of Lyra right now.
Right.
Okay, who paid this ref? Which member of the Judgment Day paid this ref?
I was going to say the $1 Million Man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
We are getting
Wow.
a third women's matchup on Monday Night Raw here tonight. IYO SKY versus KAIRI SANE.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Oh. I thought Roxanne was gonna be able to get out of that, and nope, Lyra holding on to it.
Right? Both of these women have had, fantastic trainers in the past. Both of them have fantastic learning trees here on the main roster. Who has the edge in terms of mentorship?
Lyra, I would say.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't deny that almost 15 years experience Bailey has.
Right. Right, but we also know that.
Okay, using a little bit of aerial tactics so far, Roxanne has been working out each time for her, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is she doing now?
But I was going to say, Roxanne was trained by Booker T. And now on the main roster, she, of course, has Finn Balor, JD McDONOUGh.
Oh.
That was a little bit of JD right there.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of felt my shoulder go pop there.
I think I wore a fitting t-shirt for tonight then.
Yes.
Considering the amount of women we're getting.
Yes, absolutely.
We were talking about the aggression out of Lyra earlier. Roxanne is starting to show that aggression as well.
Yes, she is. And that is the JD McDONOUGh, I think, training factor there, as she has isolated that arm.
I was going to say, I'm getting a bit of, and I know that there's no correlation between the two, but I'm getting a lot of Pete Dunne vibes out of Roxanne as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. I get that. Yeah.
I was going to say, is she going for the Penta?
Oh.
Yep. I got to be honest, I am really, really impressed by the technical from Roxanne here. Even that simple move into the hammerlock.
Yep.
Put Lyra right onto her knees. And there wasn't even a lot of force behind it.
Now, each week we've seen Raquel Rodriguez or Bailey get involved. I'm wondering at what point do we see either one of those women get involved in this match?
Yeah. Do we need either of those women to get involved in this match?
Well, yeah, because I don't think so. But even like after the match, they could still all four get involved.
Absolutely.
That's how I figure it. figure it should be done is after the matchup for sure. During this matchup, this has been a good match so far. Just let them work. No need for any shenanigans.
Oh, and Lyra actually catching the kick into that released German, and wow.
Even with the injured shoulder, injured arm that's going on, well, starting to get injured, I guess.
Yeah, but Lyra unable to she was trying to perform the kip up and had a hard time doing that.
I gotta say, I feel for Lyra and her arm pain, because Carl, you were at the show where I severely dislocated my shoulder, and you saw me all that day just trying to get it back to working condition before I decided to go to the ER.
Yep.
Oh, bridging. Bridge, and I like the little things, right? She made sure that she put that elbow just over her neck, just to ensure that those shoulders were down.
Yeah, a bit of a fisherman buster, and then into the bridge afterwards.
Oh, Roxanne holding on. Lyra broke it. Oh. 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 Oh, what a spin kick. Goodness.
Lyra starting to fire up here.
Uh-oh, we got Raquel on the apron there.
Yes, we do. Bailey staying on her side of the ring, but just enough of a distraction for Lyra.
Okay, very cool. Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Oh.
Did she connect that moonsault with her knees there? Yeah. It looked like a little bit there. Uh-oh. Oh, Raquel, I don't know if that was a smart move or not.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow.
Nice torpe into a DDT from Roxanne.
Oof.
And Pop Rocks. Nice.
And Roxanne, after weeks of them being defeated, finally picking up the win.
Yes, well, Raquel beat Bailey last week, too.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Another amazing match here for Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
That's our first hour.
Yes. Now, does this put the Judgment Day back into the talk for the Women's Tag Team Championships?
I think it's a definite boost.
And that's what I'm liking right now is on all three rosters, we're seeing women's tag teams now starting to vie for Charlotte and Alexa Bliss's championships.
Yes.
I like that we're getting like these kind of feuds too, where you got women's tag teams who are feuding, not necessarily for the championship, but maybe for a future shot at the title at some point.
Yes. Bailey really bringing Lyra back with some compassion, but a little more aggressive. I was actually waiting for the crush turn there at the top of the ramp.
Right. I was too. I was really expecting, because she kept grabbing her by the hair and then by the back of the neck, and I was expecting a quick turn and a clothesline or something.
Yep.
And yeah, see, I was expecting the same thing too, and that's why I said I don't know if that was a smart move by Raquel, because I kind of expected Bailey to get up and just go off on everyone.
getting a promo package for Cena versus AJ.
This is going to be a heck of a match.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
As we're looking at this John Cena thing, I'm thinking one of the subjects for tomorrow, and it's something that came across my desk about an hour ago. The rumored final opponent for John Cena may have been revealed.
Oh. Well, if it's rumored, I don't know if it's been revealed.
I'm going to dig deeper into it before we decide. But the rumor, I'm just going to say it right now. The rumor is Gunther being the final opponent for John Cena.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Very, very interesting.
That was actually something I had heard quite some time ago. I know there has been other speculation out now.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure. This is yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, from TNA, AJ Styles, 100%, one of my absolute top favorites. I even had AJ Styles gloves at one point,
Yes,
and I
you did.
wore them out.
Yes, you did.
I had blue and white ones, and I wore them out. Going through, and we're seeing some of the social media things that were going on as well, the back and forth between AJ and Cena, culminating to Triple H saying, let's do it.
Yeah.
The best thing I'm liking about this feud is that, or this upcoming match, is we've only had them like cutting promos on each other on TV and through social medias. Not really like going to fisticuffs or anything like that. Yeah. I don't think we need them to get to that point.
No.
I think we just need to get straight to the match.
Yeah. I mean, we did hear AJ say last week that he gets to beat up John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Which was something we had been waiting for to hear in these promos.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Yeah, that's a fact I didn't even know about.
John Cena wins.
Yep.
That will be his 100th PLE win. Wow.
In the eyes of many fans, is one of the best of all time. In fact, it was WWE Universe that demanded this.
Oh, what is going on? Judgment Day interrupting AJ Styles here. How rude. Okay. Might be making a mistake, but I want to see the matchup. Oh, that could be very interesting.
Absolutely. Now, we know and we speculate that AJ is still going to be in the hunt for the Intercontinental Championship. We know Dragon Lee has a match with Dom for the AAA Mega Championship. And now the Judgment Day saying that AJ and Dragon are thinking of challenging for the tag titles. Could we see AJ and Dragon Lee or the LWO come away with all the gold in that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm a little confused by that. You know, like first they're teasing us with a tag team championship match, and like, yes, I want to see that matchup. Definitely do, but then you're gonna make it a 6-man instead, and the championships aren't gonna be defended or on the line for that.
Right.
writers, do better with that, please.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who AJ, Lee, and Dre, who AJ for it's one of the AJs. who AJ and Dragon Lee are gonna pick, and it's gonna be Penta. That's obvious,
Right?
Okay.
Right.
because Penta's also laid claim to the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
And as we saw Punk walking to the ring, we also saw another man who is laying claim to the Intercontinental title to have a very heated discussion with Adam Pearce there in Rusev.
Very, very heated. Yep.
Now,
And
given that,
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, given that last week we did see Dom escape that match after pinning Rusev, could Rusev be that third partner for AJ and Dragon?
I don't think so, because I kind of look at Rusev in a sense, kind of like Bad News Brown, right? In the 80s, Bad News Brown did not like being tag teamed with anybody. He wanted to do things on his own, and he did do things on his own.
Right.
And I get that feeling with Rusev as well.
Well, with us here at Turnbuckle Studios, you don't have to do things on your own. If you're interested in becoming part of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, here's how.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
As we are joined by...
Definitely make sure that we are there for each and every one of you. So make sure you're getting a hold of us. turnbucklestudios.org/join is where you go. Easy access to send us information to become part of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
As we are joined here live by Chris Parrish doing his weekly run-in. Parrish, welcome to the show. How we doing, brother?
Doing well. I wanted to just pop in as we're promoting the joining. See how easy it is, people, to join?
Yes.
You can do it just as like I did it.
Yes. And again, I want to give a very, very special shout out to your boy who celebrated his birthday yesterday, the big 2.
Yeah, dropped a big deuce yesterday.
He did.
And OMD, I'd like to give a big shout out to you and a happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you.
That is
Thank you.
right.
And he also dropped a big deuce, but it's because of old age.
Old age.
right.
Yep.
But best, you were right.
It just made all the sense in the world.
Nobody's listening to anything anymore except the screams. Wow.
Oh, Lyra and Bailey attacking Raquel in the locker room area in the back.
Raquel and Roxanne.
Yes.
Holy. It's fired up right now.
Kurt Angle's son can't even keep them apart.
Nope. And Scrap Daddy not having any of that scrap that was going on. He's looking frustrated. I think he needs a drink.
I think so.
Mhm.
And I think he's going to make it official for next week. I think we are going to get Bailey and Lyra versus Raquel and Roxanne.
Couple of PBR stars right now. Oh, more than a couple. And the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are even in the house as well. WWE definitely brings out all the stars
That's
from
right.
all the sports and genres.
That's right.
Here's a man that is in a genre of his own, CM Punk, making his way to the ring.
And I got to say this. I'm thinking that Punk is going to come out here and say he wants to challenge the winner out of Cody and Seth at Crown Jewel.
I don't think he cares about the winner. I think he just wants Seth Rollins. Because it's not like Seth Rollins' title's going anywhere. It's just for the Crown Jewel Championship and the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think he just wants to call his shot for that World Heavyweight Championship. But I'm wondering, we haven't seen a lot of AJ Lee. She does have a stake to claim over the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Right.
With her submission win over Becky Lynch.
Right. Which was something I had asked earlier when we saw Becky Lynch and Maxxine DUPRI in that beautiful opening match tonight.
Yeah, if you missed that first hour of Monday Night Raw, make sure that you find a way to rewatch that again. That was a explosive and amazing first hour of professional wrestling. This has just been great tonight.
Yes, it has.
Such good is what it's been.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, I'll do the Chris Best here. If he is not here to challenge Seth Rollins, who then will come out and interfere in CM Punk's business?
Do we see a returning Gunther after Punk beat him at SummerSlam?
I'd be all for that. Cheap pop. I'd be all for it.
Could this be a good time to think about bringing back one Ilya Dragunov and then set the seeds on maybe putting him as the next part of the vision?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Which I'm going to throw this because, Carl, I know you're a big music guy.
Yeah.
I was listening to a little bit of Alice in Chains last night.
Oh.
Doesn't Ilya Dragunov give you some Lane Staley vibes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that you mention that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I may have uncorked a little thing I might do on a future episode and do rock star lookalikes in professional wrestling.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. So we are talking about Cody and Seth, as we should be.
I think that's one of the nice things that CM Punk does is when he does say something, he's smart enough and aware enough to correct himself and make a joke about it. So then it's done. You don't talk about it later.
Yeah.
Say what you want about CM Punk, but he's very self-aware and very aware of what's going on.
It's true. Yes. And oh wait, wrong show. Wrong guy. Although the similarities.
I mean, does that not tell you just how good in a nutshell Seth Rollins is? And yes, I say nutshell because I was telling you I was listening to Alice in Chains last night, but Cody Rhodes has Seth Rollins' number. Now we have CM Punk saying he has his number, yet Seth Rollins still does what he does. He is still the world heavyweight champion. He has absolutely been known as this generation's Shawn Michaels, one of the best in-ring performers. It just shows you that when you do reach a pedestal or a level in WWE, the win and losses don't always dictate the entire story.
No, they don't. But a surprise interruption here from L.A. Knight.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
There you go.
Just, trying to get more of the French community involved.
Absolutely.
I didn't expect LA Knight, to be honest.
Me neither.
I'm interested in this, though.
It's always a different dynamic when you bring LA Knight involved because you just don't know who the crowd's going to cheer for and cheer against.
Okay. I stand behind that as well. LA Knight, I think, has earned.
He's still wearing the green pants.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
He had the same ones on when he was the official.
This is interesting. Talking about CM Punk as a husband right now.
And what I loved about LA Knight is he made sure that people realized that wasn't a jab.
Yes.
He made sure that what CM Punk stood for is actually something to respect.
These two are just great on the mic and very aware of things during their promos as well, which is fantastic. And it's something hard to be able to do. Wow.
I mean, touche,
Wow.
right? That's a touche if I ever saw one.
Oh, that was so good. Again, both of these guys just great on the mic and working so well together too.
I mean,
Wow.
CM Punk did beat Seth Rollins on the very first edition of Raw on Netflix.
What in the world is going on here right now?
Well, I was starting to wonder where he was, and you know, is this him taking Roman's words again earlier, saying, you know what you need to be hyper focused on?
Not gonna lie, because I could barely hear the theme, but I thought it was Apollo Crews coming out. All I heard was the O at the end of Uso, and it sounded very similar to Apollo's opening theme.
Could this turn into a three-way for the #1 contendership?
If so, that's a match I want to see.
I'm not gonna lie. Why not add a fourth? And that fourth is the man that we saw coming back last week, Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Just because Jey Uso's in here does not mean Roman Reigns does not have a slice of the pie that he would like.
Understandable. I feel that. Spitting some truths, though. Didn't get a rematch, but I mean, has there really been any rematch clauses?
No, there really hasn't. And I mean, we saw these three go back and forth around Clash in Paris there a couple of months ago, as it was a fatal four-way with Seth Rollins involving all three of these men.
That's true. Punk's just like, whatever, dude, I'm out. You're giving me a headache.
I love that. Punk's just like, I'm just going to stand in this corner. He's probably waiting for the next person to interrupt him.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Wow.
Why doesn't Jimmy get entrance music?
Jay pushing Jimmy out of the way. Telling Jay, just stay back. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Really? Jimmy being level-headed here in this situation. Oh,
For now.
But Punk not throwing Jimmy out of the way and clocking Jay.
Well, nobody was really keeping Punk back.
No.
It was older brother looking out for little brother.
Yep. But I have to admit, I loved what Punk said. You know, I love Jey Uso. I don't like little Roman.
right?
I mean,
Wild words.
Punk does have a point to why he shouldn't be buddy with Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this lead to? Do we get a triple threat #1 contenders match? Are we going to see a tag match come out of this?
I have an idea. How about if we have a tag match, the Usos versus LA Knight and CM Punk? Whatever team wins, they have a match to find out who is the #1 contender.
I like it.
It's a different
brother versus brother if they win in the tag match.
It's a different approach to the #1 contendership.
Yep.
Because you have to wonder that even if Jimmy Uso, like, imagine this: what happens if Jimmy Uso wins?
I want to go back, and I can't remember what pay-per-view it was at all those years ago in WCW, but we had Harlem Heat. And I can't remember who they were taking on, but it was a 2-on-1-on-1 handicap match. And
Got me. No idea. Bobby Stats, where are you, my friend?
Yeah.
You'd know.
Commander Data, come on.
I don't remember this match because it sounds like Russo style booking to me.
Yeah. Actually, it was Harlem Heat were the 1-on-1, and I can't remember who the tag team was that they were taking on, but they were both managed by Sherry at the time.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so that was definitely before Russo then.
yeah.
Yep.
So where was this going?
Well, I was just thinking, could we go something of that style? Because we do have Punk and LA Knight who are in each other's face, and yet the Usos in that 2-on-1-on-1 handicap match.
We have got coming up next IYO SKY versus KAIRI SANE. This will be our third women's matchup for the night.
In our third women's match in a row. This has been a fantastic night for women's wrestling.
Yes. Yes, it has been. Something else that's really fantastic is all the programming that is here on Turnbuckle Studios. And we are here each and every day of the week with some new content for you. Make sure you're checking us out at turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And here's a little preview of what's available.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday night gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
That's right. Every day there is another show that is available from turnbucklestudios.org/shows.
And just to add to that, one of the featured shows that we do have that isn't on the weekly calendar is the PLE Patrol. And as if I'm not mistaken, Chris Best, there will be a PLE Patrol this Saturday for Crown Jewel.
Yes, there will be, but time is TBD still.
So check on all the Turnbuckle Studios platforms and shows this week for your update on whether or not we're going to get the PLE Patrol in the day, in the evening, in the afternoon, first thing in the morning. We don't know. It's in Perth, Australia, man. Different time zone.
Yes.
Same with Monday Night Raw coming up. We're going to be having Crown Jewel at 8 a.m. Monday Night Raw is at 8 a.m. Eastern time in North America. And that one as well, we're not 100% sure if we're going to be doing that one live or not.
Right.
It is a stat holiday.
That's
Yes,
true.
I'm just saying.
I know.
We
I
can make it happen.
Even I can try to make it happen because I work evenings into the night all the time.
Yes.
I may be a little tired because I'll be getting off at 3 o'clock in the morning and then hopping on for a stream at 8 a.m. But it's possible that I can make that happen. And if we do decide that it will be a live PLE Patrol, well, I could probably be there for that one too.
Just have one of those non-sponsored Dr. Peppers and you'll be ready to go.
Especially when it is a strawberry and cream. Although this one is 0 sugar, so I don't know if it would give me very much kick. Or I might just have to go with the OG.
That strawberries and cream one, though, that's a delicious one, isn't it, Carl?
It is.
Where'd you get that one, by the way?
Walmart.
I'll have to make a trip there then.
Well, match is now underway between KAIRI and IYO here. And a lot of tension in this match here. A lot of pent-up aggression. You can only imagine just how physical this is going to get. And both women aren't necessarily known for their being totally aggressive and physical as much as they are known for their technical high-flying abilities. So this is definitely a different spice that they are carving up in this match.
Absolutely. Now, are we, again, anticipating shenanigans from Asuka and a Rhea save, or are we waiting again, saving that for after the match?
I mean, with how nefarious Asuka can be, 100% expect that. But I do, again, on the flip side, expect Rhea to come out and make that help against Asuka and KAIRI.
Yeah, expecting shenanigans for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get Rhea to like walk down as the match is going on, just to kind of like be that counter to Asuka, just so Asuka knows it's not going to be a 2-on-1 this time. Mm-hmm. Then we may see a little bit of good old fashioned brouhaha.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I don't even think this match really needs a finish or like a winner as much as we would like one. You could easily run this back and we're going to be just as invested, if not more, with it.
Right.
Yeah, and you can also save that finish for the pay-per-view, although I'm making an early prediction. I don't think Io and Rhea are going to win that match come Saturday.
Spoiler.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
No, that's a prophecy.
That's the bestiment. Oh,
Trademark it. Trademark it.
Yeah.
Trademark bestiment. I like it.
my sinuses must be running a marathon, but I still got the good old noggin working today.
Oh,
Brutal Alabama slam. Io's neck hitting the edge of the ring.
That was the back of her head, dude.
I feel concussed just watching that.
Oh,
no. Oh,
how bad does Kyler Murray feel for getting concussed from a snap? Watching Ron and looking at IYO SKY actually doing something worth of one.
holy.
Man, KAIRI SANE is so crazy in the sense that I don't think a lot of people truly understand just how vicious she really is.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get this out of KAIRI SANE, it makes the match that much more intense simply because all this like springboard head scissors, all these beautiful sequences that we saw earlier, those are gone now. We're going to get straight to the punches. We're going to get straight to the hard-hitting kicks. And we know how hard Io can hit. But man, is KAIRI just completely underappreciated for how vicious she can actually be in the ring.
And that's why I love KAIRI, because her elbow drop is one of my favorites in the business, and she delivers it with such force. It's a thing of beauty to me.
It absolutely is. And yeah, Perez, you're talking about that new aggression coming out of KAIRI here. We've already seen her with the Oscar lock right near the ropes. And this is a new level of viciousness that we didn't even see out of KAIRI in her first run.
Oof. Big body slams. I'm sorry for all of those that are watching commercials right now. That was an insane commercial break.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not sorry. I just pity the fool who don't upgrade their Netflix and get no commercials. I forgot I actually have like a random white shirt just with like the sketch drawing of Mr. T that just says pity fools.
Oh,
it's fantastic.
I actually like that you brought up Mr. T, because yesterday I found on YouTube those James Dean celebrity roasts. I found Mr. T's the other day.
Nice.
But what I'm finding right now is one hell of a match right here in this ring.
We are getting some spilt tea between KAIRI SANE and IYO SKY right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's already been a couple of instances where I thought Asuka was going to get involved, especially when they were outside the ring there by the entranceway.
Oh, it changes.
We got a bunch of fireflies, apparently. Oh,
yes, we do.
There is what we were talking about. If you had commercials during that break, wow.
There's something wrong with her medulla oblongata.
Oh, man. And we still have a 6-man tag team match happening tonight.
Right?
Holy.
And so far, conspicuous by his absence tonight is Seth Rollins.
Well, that's okay. I'm all right with that.
Well, I mean, you have to wonder if, with Seth Rollins being a part of what's most likely the main event at Crown Jewel with him and Cody Rhodes, he's probably en route to Australia already, or doing some media for that, to the point where, you know, and this is what I do love about the current product is you can have Monday Night Raw and focus in on all the other championships, all the other feuds. And then we can still not have, say, a Seth Rollins for a week, but that's okay because you got people like IYO SKY and KAIRI SANE, or women, sorry, like them, who could just absolutely go in the ring and just wow you at any given Monday. And this is just fantastic because we don't always need 20-minute dialogues from Seth Rollins every week.
Yeah. No.
But consider me entitled for getting a chance to get 20 minutes with KAIRI SANE and IYO SKY on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the same thing I've been saying for the longest time is we don't need every champion on every show every week.
No.
We can go back to prior to the Attitude Era when we didn't have our heavyweight champion on TV every week. We were reminded of who our heavyweight champion was via some kind of like maybe Gorilla Monsoon talking about something that the champion did on Raw or something like that.
Right.
But
no, and
or maybe like one of those insert promos or something like that. But we don't need to see our heavyweight champion on a weekly basis.
And that's where I think Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns really got it right with their title, with their championships, in treating them like an attraction as opposed to having to be the focal point.
Oh my goodness.
This is what I like to see. Do it, lady.
Oh, is this where we see Rhea come out? Oh.
Even the dog is going insane about this match.
Right?
Yeah.
As KAIRI steals the victory there with a little bit of help from Asuka.
The dog was trying to warn the referee about Asuka's interference. And still trying to.
It's kind of dawned on me that we might not even get Rhea. And watch as I say this, she'll come out. But
as we do have Asuka coming and now holding EO to take that spinning back fist.
Yeah, there's no way you don't have Rhea here. But I mean, she could also be doing the media for Crown Jewel. But...
yeah, she could already be in Perth.
Yeah.
I was going to say this is where I'd have all my top Australian wrestlers over there, but we already saw Bronson Reed.
Right?
But they needed to build or get that story as well. So
yeah,
I can understand that.
And I love what they did too, is make sure you have a nice little win there for KAIRI SANE, because I think it's fair to say out of the four, you do put KAIRI SANE fourth. I think by perception wise, you're like, oh, I could see WWE put the title on EO. I could see them putting the title on Rhea. I could see them putting it on Asuka. But can you really see them putting the title right now on KAIRI? And the answer is probably not right now, but in due time. So she is perceived to be the kind of the fourth here. So her getting that win and Asuka and KAIRI getting that heat, and then kind of putting, the other two on kind of the back burner and taking that momentum really amplifies the perception of the Kabuki Warriors here. And I think that's a really good thing that they did, because now it also makes you want Rhea when she is there. So,
Yes.
and we all know that instant pop, instant, it's very Austin-esque in the sense of, business is about to pick up,
Yeah.
You hear "This Is My Brutality," it might be the closest thing to a glass shatter in 2025.
But and this is where I'm going with this whole thing. I mean, Asuka, Rhea, Io, they're already stars.
Yeah.
This whole thing might be the star maker for KAIRI SANE. She may be the one that comes out as the top star in this whole situation.
Right.
Especially when it comes to that point where she finally snaps and turns on Asuka.
Right. And I mean, I agree. I think, in all honesty, I never really pictured KAIRI, even during her first run, in the women's title picture, but now I could really see her in the women's Intercontinental or the women's US Championship picture.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
I was just going to say, and that bunks off of what Carl was saying earlier tonight about the women's Intercontinental title, about how it's a stepping stone. So if you put that women's Intercontinental title on KAIRI, say you're down the road, that's building her star power again to that point where she can challenge for the women's world heavyweight title.
Right.
I definitely think this is a good way to build the Kabuki Warriors as a next main challenge for Charlotte and Alexa for the tag titles,
right?
Which they are desperately looking for a real challenge, because yes, we all know that Zaruka's right there. We all know that Chelsea and Alba Fire are right there.
Yep.
But the line isn't very long. So
No.
this allows this to happen. And I'm going to put this out there. I do not know if I would be against or pro, because again, there's a lot of women that you could choose, but for a KAIRI SANE to potentially win the 2026 Money in the Bank.
Okay.
And then she would complete the trifecta of Io, Asuka, and now KAIRI, all winning Money in the Bank.
I'd be down for that. Our friend Pete is here with us tonight as well throughout the show. And Pete's got a question for us. I'll show this one on screen so that everyone can see his YouTube name there as well. Like I said at the beginning of the show, go and check him out. He's got some pretty cool content. Do we see a Dom face turn tonight? Is that a possibility, do you guys think?
I think we're gonna plant the seeds tonight for that.
Yeah, I was going to say not tonight. It is a possibility, but there's a lot of intrigue, and we know that it's AJ, Dragon Lee, and Penta. Now, Dragon Lee has a match coming up with Dom for the AAA Mega Championship. Penta has stated at the start of the last Worlds Collide he wants the AAA Mega Championship.
Right.
What I'm going to say is, does that make it a combustible element?
Penta's
I
also
was always
stated he wants the Intercontinental title.
No.
That too.
I'm going to put this out there.
Yeah.
Do we all know where Survivor Series is this year?
San Diego.
Of course.
Just the hometown of, or really the American hometown of both Ray and Dominik Mysterio.
True.
Could we see the unthinkable? Could we see a reuniting Dom and Ray at Survivor Series, with Dom turning on the Judgment Day then?
Very, very intriguing. However, I'm going to go the other way. And again, it's not something I'm a huge fan of. But do we see Ray challenge Dom at Survivor Series, mask for title? Ray loses, he retires.
Not at Survivor Series. If you're doing that at either Triple Mania or WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ray has gone on record on multiple podcasts. Hey, Seth Rollins, saying that he wants to wrestle Dom in Mexico one time.
They're involving Jessica Carr a little bit more in the storyline here. Mm-hmm. Kind of talking a little bit about how there's maybe been some shenanigans on her part when it comes to Becky Lynch, as we have Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins in the backstage. Seth, once again, not even hearing Becky, just focused on that watch. That's it.
Oh no, Seth Rollins is a smart man. He definitely hears Becky. He is not. He just knows when to let Becky vent and when not to interrupt Becky when she vents, because even Seth knows he might be an architect, but he knows the damage that could be done when the man is not happy.
Understandable. Yeah.
One might say he can visionly, or he might have a vision on what could go wrong if he interrupts.
I'm kind of wondering if this whole Becky Lynch thing is going to lead to her with a match against Jessica Carr now.
Oh, I now just got a good light bulb moment. What if Becky Lynch gets so ahead of herself, she challenges Jessica Carr to a non-title match, and that's where AJ Lee cost Becky Lynch the match, so where Jessica Carr then beats Becky Lynch, and that sets up your Intercontinental match between the two.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
And I also said, let's light bulb moment. Let's light it up. Like, come on. Just come on, people.
Light it up.
So happy they never changed that theme.
Me too.
I think that's the one thing that bothers me about some wrestlers is when they change their themes that become so iconic to their character. It's like, why would you change it up?
This has been an intense promo in the back between Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman right now.
Well, the one thing we got to take into account is last Friday it was Paul Heyman who directed and advised to Seth not to go back into the ring, and Seth did not listen, went back, took the crossroads from Cody Rhodes, and this is where Paul Heyman can say, I told you so.
Yeah.
And now we see Seth Rollins just listen to Paul Heyman, because in the back of his head, he is so consumed with needing to beat Cody Rhodes that he's letting that overtake perhaps the vision that he's always had on being one step forward.
In this promo, Seth Rollins just asking a simple, straightforward question. What if I lose? Paul Heyman laying it all out, saying you lose everything. You lose the trust. You lose the vision. You lose what you believe you are for the future. You lose all of it. And then asking again, saying you forgot yourself in that equation. And Paul Heyman simply saying, then I need to reevaluate and think about the choices that I made. And then walking away. Like, wow.
And then we see the Usos with Jay getting in Jimmy's face asking, why are you protecting Punk? And now you went and got us a tag match tonight?
Oh,
Interesting. Very interesting.
and the cadence too. Like I think one of the big differences from the way Roman talks to Jimmy today than he did years ago.
Mhm.
This wasn't a my word is gospel. You shut the F up and listen. But this is one of those things where I get it. You're your own man. But your brother is his own man too.
Yeah.
I am the guy that you both look up to as, hey, we want to get to where I'm at, or we want to get to where you're at. But then just the constant reminder, the day that he won the championship, he became more like me and a lot less like you. That has to hit Jimmy Uso harder than he wants to admit.
Right.
Because I believe Jimmy Uso is still stuck on the remember when time
Right.
instead of the moving forward time, which Jey Uso is clearly about, and Roman Reigns is definitely looking very much like a proud father in this moment.
Right. Now, I know Jimmy has recently transplanted over to Raw. But I'm going to ask this, as we've seen those vignettes from Solo Sikoa on SmackDown, and this past Friday he said, we are missing a piece. Could Jimmy be that missing piece?
One word, two letters, no. It's Tamatonga. We all know that. I think this is definitely looking more like a potential Jay and Jimmy feud that we should have got at WrestleMania 40 that we all know that was not the match they should have had.
Right.
But I do think it's a match we're going towards. And I have a real inclination that we could see maybe Jacob Fought 2 come over to Raw, and it's Jimmy and Jacob versus Jay and Roman.
Okay.
So it sounds like a possibility of Jimmy being the one who turns in this whole situation.
See,
No,
I'm thinking it's Jay.
Yeah, no, it's totally Jay. Because Roman, I think, can any given day he could be a good or bad guy. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, all Jimmy has shown this entire time is trying to be the mediator. He is trying to avoid doing the wrong thing. He just isn't doing his own thing.
Right.
And this is where I think a Jacob Fought 2, who's always done his own thing,
Yep.
will actually just smack some sense into Jimmy and be like, look, I'm nothing like Roman, and I'm nothing like Jay, and I'm also nothing like you.
Right.
And you know, Jimmy Uso needs to be nothing like me, nothing like Jay, nothing like Roman. And right now, where Jimmy needs to be is nothing like where Jimmy is now.
Right. So are we going to see this break down to another bloodline civil war?
No. But when you have so many Samoans, it's hard to not kind of think that way. So I don't think you're wrong with going there because it's hard not to. But
right.
And when you have twins on your roster and they're not tagging, it's really hard not to think what's going on.
Right.
It's you're kind of almost putting yourself between a rock and a hard place on that one. But I think the only way you do it is just go full out and then just go right into it. Commit 120% and then just beat it out and then come out better on the other side. I don't know if you guys also have mentioned this, but it's been reported by multiple sources that as of midnight tonight, Santos Escobar will be leaving WWE.
We have not touched on it yet, but yes, his contract expires, and as of midnight, he is apparently a free agent. They have had discussions, but it hasn't led to anything.
What I've been reading is saying he's leaving WWE.
Wow.
And it makes a lot of sense when we're seeing Los Garza do their own stuff without him.
Yeah. Another story to talk about tomorrow night on Turnbuckle Talk.
Absolutely.
What time is that show at?
Tuesday nights, 8:05 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, okay.
I will say, now that I see like the Intercontinental title with the World Tag titles like side by side, you definitely see some unity with the design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still really hope that in the future they just go away from circle titles.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Although I do like the gold with the red on there, I do think we just need a little bit of, white in there, just to kind of highlight.
Right. It's just a little more like curvatures to it. I would be fantastic for me, at least. I would much prefer that.
Yeah, you don't need it to be like 3D coming out. Like if you remember that weird episode of The Simpsons, we don't need that one.
Yeah.
I will say that I am a fan of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Yes.
The design on
Oh,
those,
yeah.
I do like that.
It's still, every time I see that, it still reminds me of the old Bulldog titles, which are, I think is the general consensus here, our favorite tag team title designs.
Yes.
That's why I have one right up there.
And let's not forget when Stephanie McMahon brought back the SmackDown tag titles originally, she brought back a version of them too that I think goes very unnoticed and unappreciated at times, and they were very beautiful as well. They just had that nameplate instead of champ.
Yep.
And Dragon Lee does a very weirdly good impression of that Penta walk.
Yes.
He is too committed. He is too committed to the task at hand.
Now,
okay,
something that
Dragon Lee, you're not Ludwig Kaiser. You don't need to take over the gimmick now.
Something that irks me a little bit. We just had a commercial break. We came to the start of the match, and they're back into a commercial break again. So, for those of you that don't have premium Netflix, maybe it's time to check your finances, balance the budget, and see what you can do, because the budget won't balance itself, people.
Right.
Yeah, because all of this great stuff you're missing right now.
I will say though, I'm going to be the first person that will say this out loud. We are very lucky in Canada where everything is on Netflix. I actually do feel sympathy for the people in the US with having to do all the subscriptions just to watch
Right.
the one
100%.
company. It is difficult and it's very much a headache, and I do sympathize with them. But,
100%.
get a VPN and just get our stuff, which is weird.
Yeah.
Now,
Go
we've
ahead.
discussed a potential Dom face turn. We've suggested, the Penta, Dragon Lee, and AJ around the Intercontinental and the Triple A Mega Championships. There's another team in all of this that we have completely left out, and that is the New Day, who are trying to get the Destroyer banned and have had issues ongoing for months with Penta.
Mhm.
Do we see any involvement or any shenanigans from them in this match?
No, because just a couple weeks ago they had their finality. They're done. Penta's moving on.
Good
I think
use
it's
on
gonna
the
be New
Mortal
Day and-
Kombat.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Fatality.
interrupt, but I know that Xavier Woods is a big gamer, and you're using Mortal Kombat, which is one of his favorite games.
Yep.
Very well done on the wordplay. If you're going to interrupt, make sure that you compliment. Just
Yeah. No, but I do feel like that when it comes to the New Day, they're more than likely going to continue this thing with the War Raiders.
Okay.
Over trying to get a shot at the tag team titles.
Okay.
I will be the first one to say this is a real unfortunate time, because I do feel now the heat that they had with turning on Big E and staying united, that has been completely dissolved now.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be something that you almost have to hit the refresh button and find out what you have to do. I think right now the New Day, for the first time in their careers as a tag team / stable, are lost in the shuffle. And I do wish that something's, and I'll be the first one to say this. I think this might be time now to look at maybe moving them apart, or maybe having Kofi Kingston as the mouthpiece and give Xavier Woods a singles push that he's been deserving of for a long, long time.
I agree with that. Yeah, they are lost in the shuffle, and not that that's a bad thing. I think singles for both of them would be amazing. Just let them continue on as singles, let Kofi be that mouthpiece, like you say. There's no reason for really anything else in that. And I don't need the New Day anymore. I'm way over the New Day.
I do have an idea that could make people care.
Okay.
They bring in a third member, and his name is Oba Femi.
That could reinvigorate.
And he is the heater of the New Day.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that reinvigorating the New Day.
The New Day are now the rulers of WWE.
Just as Dom is ruling this match right now.
He is chicken tendering a beatdown on Dragon Lee right now.
Yes.
Sorry, I've been waiting to put that one in there for a while, and I have not been on here for a few weeks, so it's yeah.
You had to get your puns in.
This is a good line.
It was.
Oh, quick roll up.
For a second, I thought Dragon had him.
Don't.
One subtle thing I liked about that exchange there was you saw when Dragon Lee was reaching for the tag, I quickly saw AJ Styles reach over to grab the tag rope to make sure he had a hand on that tag rope so he can reach for the tag.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the fact that there are technically two tag ropes here with the two people being on ringside.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong. When you have like a Survivor Series match and you have multiple people on the apron here, I don't expect everyone to hold the tag rope.
No.
I think
No.
But with that being said, there needs to be, I think, maybe an evolution, maybe something else there.
Right.
And I would say make this just very small. Put something right in the middle of each top rope. Maybe it's a line of tape, just a little like thin line. And the referee knows that nobody can cross that.
Okay.
And you have it on each side, and you know you cannot go farther along. And that's a warning. Treat it the same way as not holding the tag rope.
Right?
Okay, so you're saying like go a certain distance from the corner and you're ineligible to be tagged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go past that and you get tagged, does not count. It's not a official tag. It's kind of like the behind the net rule in hockey.
Yep.
Yes.
But yeah.
I was thinking a little bit different on that. When you have multiple people, like a Survivor Series type of event happening, if you are not one of the persons holding that rope and you're tagged, you can't come in.
Right.
You have to be holding that. And so that's going to, force people to take the position to be in position for that tag, as opposed to, you could just tag anybody who's on the outside for them to come in.
Right. And that's why we saw over the years back when we had the traditional Survivor Series style elimination, or we get these multi-person tag matches, when somebody tags out, you'd see them slide out of the ring and then come up on the other side so that the person closest to the tag rope could hold it so that you can get that shift around.
Everybody do the shift around.
That's right. There we go.
Everybody do the shift around. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, it's just been a musical night tonight, apparently.
No.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I just don't want pandas getting in the way of my shift and trying to get the F out, because that's not something that we need.
Right?
I do love the fact that Dom is also wearing a JD McDONOUGH Iron Lung shirt as well.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
I mean, we talk about wanting KAIRI SANE earlier to be the upcoming or the breakout star of the feud here. I think this is exactly why I think a lot of people have their viewpoints of the Raw tag team titles, especially when JD McDONOUGH and Finn Balor have it. If JD McDONOUGh does not come out as more of a standalone act closer to Finn Balor's level, is this really a success?
Roundabout, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, great question. What a Spanish fly there from JD.
I'm going to say this. If Penta can call a Canadian destroyer a Mexican destroyer because he is of Mexican descent, then JD McDonough has the right to rename a Spanish fly to the Irish fly.
I'm with you there.
Oh, AJ coming in hot here.
And he can do that because of the fact that his version of the Spanish fly technically isn't a Spanish fly. I mean, they're not on the top rope as a Spanish fly is normally executed.
Right.
And let's give the shout out to the creators of the Spanish fly, the Spanish announce team, the SAT from Ring of Honor.
There we go.
Yeah, we know our history, peoples.
Oh, Penta flying.
Oh,
You got Finn good with that one.
Yes, he did.
I mean, if he didn't, then that move was pointless.
Jade. Oh, what?
Oh,
Okay. Wow. Certainly not what I expected to see.
He just takes JD and leaves.
and oh. Penta's like, whatever.
And Dom
That's it for
going
Dom
out
tonight,
through the
guys.
crowd.
I'm gonna say the most 2025 thing. Penta just gave the 6-7 right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And AJ picking up the win for his team.
Which is good because he is the one with the match this weekend against John Cena at Crown Jewel. It is very nice that he has now the momentum, and now he has a pinfall victory over a champion, which allows him that phenomenal promo.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that was it. That was less than 30 seconds. That was all that was needed for that. I now am even more hyped for Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel.
And saying the story will write itself. Two men who will fight each other for the last time and leave it all in the ring.
Like I said, I like this minimalist approach. Like I said, I like this minimalist approach they're taking with this feud.
Well, and here's the thing with the John Cena's this whole year. Oh, an Australian street fight. First time I'm seeing this. I'm tickled. Hell yeah, right now. But you don't need all the stories. You don't have to waste all these dates on a promo here, a promo there. We all know it. You play the packages. You have the history. You have the footage. Just make a beautiful Hollywood-esque promo package and just throw that down our throats like you did John Cena, Roman Reigns, and even Hulk Hogan.
Right.
We all know the story. And if you don't, you watch the effing package, man. Just watch the effing package and you'll be really, really excited that you did, because these two guys are going to absolutely just, slash it at Crown Jewel.
Don't get pinned. Okay.
It's just so simple, but yet so brutally honest.
So I wanted to point this out about CM Punk's shirt earlier, but It's a play on the TV show Punk'd, the whole logo.
Right.
I kind of like it.
And for those that aren't aware, it is pink because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well.
Yeah.
And maybe because of the fact that he's a big Bret Hitman Hart fan.
And the fact that real men wear pink.
That's right.
I mean, but did you guys know? Yeeting ain't easy.
Right?
It is not.
No, it ain't.
Both Usos coming down.
Yes.
As up next, we have this huge tag team match. And apparently going to another commercial.
Yes. Now, over the last few weeks, we saw the Usos take on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a straight-up tag. Last week, we've seen them in the Tornado tag. Now we're seeing this. I know we've sort of speculated here that it's building towards a breakup and a feud. Do we see a potential championship opportunity in this for the Usos?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see the Usos versus JD and Finn. I mean,
yeah.
I'm already eating about it. It's just the way I eat. We
don't see it.
You can't see it.
No, that's right. I almost bought a Jey Uso Yeet shirt today, or yesterday. I decided against it. I decided to go with the Rhea one that I'm wearing today. But kudos to Hot Topic for having WWE merchandise available there.
Oh, they've been doing.
I spent enough that I got hot cash that I might actually order some more.
They've been doing that ever since the Young Bucks started doing that.
Yes, they have.
Even I think they might have even gone beforehand, but
yeah, because I seem to remember one of the Kardashians wearing an NWO shirt, and then like they asked her about it, and she's like, "I don't even know what it is. I just got it at Hot Topic."
Really, a Kardashian doesn't understand something? Get out of town,
right?
Isn't it ironic that the person who actually first introduced the Yeet was actually Jim Uso?
Right.
But it was Jey Uso that made it absolutely just insanely popular.
Yep.
He's not giving a little bit of merch money over to Big Brother about that one, then come on.
Right.
We just got a bunch of music and yeeting going on right now during this commercial break. For those that can't see what's happening, about 20 more seconds, and we'll be back to the live show.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys noticed that tonight we haven't had anything up in the stands in terms of an interview?
Correct. I did notice that. I'm okay with that. I think everything's been going great tonight.
I actually wouldn't mind if those interviews are more for socials and they push them more on the social feed than, putting them on the show.
Right.
Because they seem to get kind of awkward lately, or at least the time restraint kind of comes up. So
yeah,
you don't really see the point of it necessarily. But we do have an Intercontinental Championship match next Monday. It is Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, as well as Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Judgment Day and Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez.
Wow.
Yeah, now going back to those little 3-minute interviews we would get during commercial breaks, I kind of still want them to put them in what I call the Mean Gene spot, where they had that podium towards the entranceway. I kind of would like to see them just do that there.
Right.
Well, with the way they kind of put their entranceway now is they don't really have
Yeah.
not the aisle way, but they could put it off to the side. But I mean,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
view of that
that's
would be terrible.
Yeah. But that's how they did it back when me and Gene worked for the WWF. That's the setup I was talking about, not the one that's in the middle of the aisleway like you did in WCW.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, based on the setup now, that it'd be a very awkward position anywhere because, I mean, look how thin that aisleway is.
And not wasting any time, both teams right into the action here.
And Punk showing a little bit of his own dance moves.
Is Punk wearing a very Bryan Danielson-esque type colored gear?
Yes, he is.
American Dragon representing. And if people don't know the colors, it's pretty much maroon with some black.
Yeah, maroon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 5, though.
Am I the only one who's now just noticing CM Punk's tattoos on his legs?
No, because I'm noticing it too, actually.
Yep.
Did not know that he had tattoos on his legs. Which, everybody, just shows you how much of a matured human being I am because I keep my eyes up here. Yeah.
Keeps his eyes above the waistline, sunshine.
Whoa.
Whoa, a little dissension between LA Knight and Punk right now.
Bit of a hard tag.
LA Knight did chop him first to tag him in. So Punk just, giving it back. That's all.
Given the receipt, as it were.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love a good old fashioned hip toss. Outside of LA Knight, who do you guys know that throws a hip toss in wrestling right now?
I can't think of anyone.
Right.
Dropping out of that suplex and hitting the neck breaker on Big Jim.
Oh.
The Usos up to their old heel tactics there.
That's right. Yes, Jimmy distracting the ref so that Jay could sneak the attack in.
I mean,
old school tag team tactics.
What if this is really truly designed for both Jimmy and Jay and Roman to flip?
Right.
And this is more of a, as much as we saw the original Bloodline we could tell that this was the upcoming of Jey Uso. What happens if this then becomes more of the upcoming of Jimmy Uso? And I will then ask the question, if Jim Uso ever becomes a world heavyweight champion, is the original Bloodline now the greatest faction of all time?
That's a very subjective question there.
Oh, everything about a greatest of all time is subjective, but we got to look at the fact. I mean, when you look at the facts, though, there has to be the best of all time. Somebody has to be the best, right? The parameters of that are subjective.
Yeah, I think in terms of overall championship gold, 100%.
You can go the Tom Brady. If you've won the most, you're the best.
Right.
So you can say John Cena or a very, pilled up Ric Flair who has 1 billion world title wins all of a sudden now.
Right.
Or You can go more on performance. You can say a Shawn Michaels. You
Right.
could go to a Bret Hart on technical. It all
Mhm.
depends on
Right.
parameters. But when you go with factions, I think dominance, and then what they did after. If by chance the original bloodline all become world champion at some point, you can't argue the dominance that the bloodline had. And
No.
they also revitalized the business of pro wrestling.
They did.
So the impact and the effect they had on the wrestling world and landscape and the future changed, and they're a huge piece to it.
And the thing that I think really a lot of people, like, if you look at the bloodline and the history of the Samoan dynasty, you're looking at it, and I'm going to use the NWO as a comparison, where you had everybody in the locker room join, whereas this is just one or two families from a dynasty. You've got the Anawais.
Let's not kid ourselves. As soon as WWE hires somebody of Samoan descent, they're usually in the bloodline.
Right.
Yeah.
There's only two exceptions: Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn.
Right. But the Samoan dynasty is never going to go away in wrestling. In 10 years, we're going to be looking at the Usos and Roman Reigns retired, with probably a Zilla Fatu and Rock's other daughter coming in.
Dude, in 20 years, Jimmy Uso's kid is gonna be a champion.
Right.
Who knows if Jey Uso's kids are gonna wrestle? The funny thing is about Roman Reigns and the Usos is they even took longer to get into the business than normal. And look at the careers they've had.
Yep.
As right now, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, just like that, are showing you why they are arguably one of, if not the greatest tag teams of all time, based on how easy it is for them to just get right back on the same page.
Yep.
And to be as fluid. They're twins. That changes the game.
Right. We just saw.
Well,
Punk
let's
there
not
running
throw the
ring.
twin thing kind of willy-nilly like that. I mean, people say the Bellas are great. Others not so much. So twin magic isn't always profitable.
No.
There's always exceptions to the rules.
Yes. Yes. And when it comes to the faction thing that everyone is talking about here right now, I would like to remind everybody about the Four Horsemen. Okay.
Oh, 100%.
Evolution.
I will tell you this. Was the Four Horsemen or Evolution, and I will gladly say the Evolution, I think the Shield was better than the Evolution. That's my opinion. But I think by dominance and impact alone, the Bloodline definitely ahead of Evolution in my eyes.
Yeah.
Do we not talk more about the Bloodline on regenerating business now, opposed to the Four Horsemen being just from a time where we appreciate everything more because of nostalgia? I think we have to have the honest conversation about nostalgia versus what's actually happening now and the impact of now, because I feel now we don't give the now as much credit.
Right.
Because nostalgia always.
Right. Because, I mean, if you're going to look at that, you've got to put DX into the conversation.
Well, you got to look at it this way with the Four Horsemen. They were the pioneers of stable wrestling.
Oh, sure. But
whereas the Bloodline just brought stable wrestling to that next level. And that's where I'm tending to agree with you, Parrish, in the fact that the Bloodline could very well be the greatest stable of all time.
We're talking about Hulk Hogan introducing everyone to pro wrestling, but Stone Cold revitalizing and changing the game to everybody else, only to go to John Cena, who then took it to a completely different way, and then Roman Reigns took it into a completely different era. And now we're waiting to see who's going to be that next guy, and it looks like it's Cody Rhodes.
And it looks like LA Knight just stole the win, essentially.
He did, as he tagged himself in after Punk did all the heavy lifting, so to speak.
All these new guys always take so much advantage of us older gentlemen and our hard labor.
I do want to see an LA Knight CM Punk match, though.
But I will say this: does a young CM Punk not do the same thing?
Absolutely, he does.
So, kind of cut from the same cloth, I think, CM Punk and LA Knight.
I mean, I was going to bring up the fact that I was watching some old TNA stuff today, and there was the whole CM Punk joining the Gathering, but CM Punk really wanted to take over the Gathering.
Yep.
That was the whole storyline that they were going with. But what a fantastic match this was.
Yes, it was.
What a different way to use the Usos, CM Punk, and LA Knight in a way that's not around the title, but everyone's focused about the title, which then in essence makes the title that much more important. It makes Seth Rollins much more of a aimed target, and everyone else are hitmen. Yes, going back to the Bret Hart references there. But it just shows you now the depth of a title and what it creates and how it truly can run a division and a brand. And that is what I like. Right now, we talk about Crown Jewel coming up, a battle between two champions. Which championship is more of a higher prestige? But right now, I look at the perception of the World Heavyweight Championship with the amount of people buying for it compared to the Undisputed, and it just absolutely drowns SmackDown right now. Now, there are people that, have it there. You can look at Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, but you can count on one hand of people who are actually saying it. On Raw, you're going to that second hand. So by perception, how do you not at this current state view the World Heavyweight title as the superior championship going into Crown Jewel?
Right. Well, and yeah, because there's nobody really lining up right now for Cody, so to speak. Like, where does Cody go after Crown Jewel?
Randy Orton. I have I really think we could see Randy Orton costing Cody Rhodes this match at Crown Jewel.
Right. And I'm going to say this because I know we've all speculated and we've all heard that Sami Zayn right now is the current odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble next year.
I'm no longer in that position of saying that.
Could we see, and I'm going to suggest this, could we see Sami dethrone Cody, or would you see Sami come back over to Raw to dethrone Seth? And would you see LA Knight perhaps challenging the other?
If CM Punk does not beat Seth Rollins for that championship at WrestleMania, this whole thing has been wasted. There needs to be an ultimate closure here, and I think that needs to be it. It's exactly why I do think CM Punk is winning the Royal Rumble, and he should be. If Sami Zayn is to win the world title, is it better for him to win the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, or is it better for him to win the championship in Saudi Arabia with WrestleMania 43 being there?
Right.
We all wanted Cody Rhodes to win the title and beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39, but how much sweeter was it at WrestleMania 40?
Yeah, true.
Patience is a virtue, and right now I think WWE can do a lot of good things by being patient and not giving us exactly what we want right now, but making us feel like we need it even more with a couple of hiccups along the way. And I feel that is something that we say our Attitude Era did very well. They did it very well in the Hogan era. Let's not kid ourselves. But right now, if they're not absolutely bitch slapping our emotions, you're not doing your job properly.
I agree. True.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Sorry, I just went on a tangent there.
It is all good. Sometimes tangents are needed, especially when you've got such good storyline that is happening right now. And just, it can go any way. And whatever direction it takes right now, it just feels as though it doesn't matter because it's all just going to work.
Yeah.
Which is wild. It's insane to even think about that right now, that no matter what direction it goes, it'll work. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a wild ride we're on right now, boys, and we're all in on it.
Yes, we are.
To think about the what ifs in wrestling. What if they do that? What if they would have done this? You just never know. But also, it's like the options that wrestling today provides us is so amazing, because whether it's whatever company, because I'll say this, even other companies are doing this as well. WWE is not the only one. It's just the one we're focusing on right now. But if they really channel into the fans' what ifs a little bit, because let's face it, we know there are great ideas everywhere on social media. There's just a lot of really weird reasoning on social media. But if somehow we're taking a road and we're going down roads and we don't know where we're going, we don't even know who is going to be driving that car through the finish line. That is the roller coaster ride that we love as fans in this business. And that is something that I feel we're getting right now with the World Heavyweight Championship, because Seth Rollins is your current champion. We got Jey Uso wanting the title. We got Roman Reigns wanting the title. We got CM Punk wanting the title. We got Gunther perhaps coming back wanting the title. We got a good old-fashioned plethora of people wanting the title.
Right.
But could it be the person we're not thinking of, like an LA Knight? We might want it, but do we really think it's going to be him? Could it be a Jimmy Uso? Could it be Braun Breaker? Could this whole thing be somebody in the Vision pulling a Batista, pulling a Randy Orton, and doing the unthinkable?
Mm-hmm.
Could we
see, that's something that never really crossed my mind was, you know, we always talk about those names that are always in the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if it's somebody who's not in the picture, that's, you know, like you said, an LA Knight or a Braun Breaker?
Right.
Yeah, like what a different twist and spin that would put on things that would just make sense.
I mean, let's go back
in
to
the long run. Makes sense.
Let's go back to earlier this year. Did any of us have Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble?
As someone who was there, nobody thought that.
No.
Did any of us have Jey Uso actually winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania?
Definitely did after the Rumble. Definitely did after the Rumble.
I did.
Yeah. To me, if they're punching there with the Rumble, I think they're going all the way. Also, being in a stadium full of people eating, 70,000 people eating, you're like, you just can't ignore that. No, nothing against Gunther. You are amazing. I do not ever want to get chopped by you, but I kind of do because I'm a psycho.
Yep.
But there was nothing like the Yeet movement at that time. Absolutely nothing like it. But
Okay, and
all-
it seems
all
as
that-
though we've lost Carl.
I mean, he's old. He might have hit a button. But with all that being said, I think we should do the good old. Oh, there we go. See, he hit a button. Guaranteed he hit a button. Carl, did you hit a button?
I somehow, some way,
See,
I did. A beard hair fell, and I went to swipe it away, and I didn't know that my touchpad works like an Android phone, where I could just swipe backwards and it goes. My bad.
Gotta love weird technology, eh, Carl?
Okay, hit a button. But
But I was-
Carl, go ahead. OMD.
I was going to say maybe we should go around the horn to give out our socials and give our final thoughts on tonight's show. Let's start with the Godfather, Carl Carafa.
Well, I have said that we should not be doing that anymore because that takes up just way too much time. Here is the way to do this. The QR code right up above there. You're going to take a look at that, and it is going to give you all of the areas for the hosts of the shows, or you can check out turnbucklestudios.org/hosts. Click on the picture of the person you want to find, and it'll take you right to their place on the internet. This, for me, was a fantastic night of Monday Night Raw. Everything just seamlessly fell into place. And the fact that we got 3 women's matches on this show tonight blew me away. Absolutely insane. I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. And we already know that next week we've got a women's matchup happening.
Mr. Parrish.
Yeah, I think one thing that I like about, something that we've been seeing over the time, and I have to give a shout out to Becky Lynch for, but the perception of this Intercontinental Championship that we have on the women's side has now almost felt more like a world title. And because of that, we are seeing, as Carl said, multiple women matches because whoever now dethrones Becky feels more like a big deal. And yes, we are assuming it's AJ Lee, but it just might not be. It could be somebody else. But because of that, whoever wins the Intercontinental Championship on the women's side next, I almost feel like they're winning a world title because of the job that Becky Lynch is doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact now we're seeing her done in this way where she is now, in my eyes, the biggest female star on Raw. It's not Rhea Ripley. It's not Io. It's not even Stephanie McCure, who is your champion. It is Becky Lynch, your women's Intercontinental Champion. It's not just a segment for me that I appreciate, but it's what Raw is constantly doing right now, and that is how much I now care about the mid-card women's championship and who takes it next.
Okay. Mr. Best.
Yeah, I'm going to be echoing Parrish's sentiments here with that, but not just that, but we're finally seeing some credible contenders for the women's tag team titles, with Becky and Lyra possibly being in that contention. The Judgment Day now, even over on NXT, Sol Ruka and Zarya. I'm liking where we are going with the entire women's division as a whole right now. And sign me up. I'm excited to see where we go next week.
Yeah. And for me, like, Carl, the flow of Raw, I mean, the matches were ultimate. I don't think there was a bad match on the show. I don't even think that the microphone segments were too long. The promo segments were actually timed perfectly. For me, though, like, going into that match, like, MAXXINE delivered a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm glad for it. I'm glad to see how far she has come. For me, that match probably still has stolen the show, although all three women's matches were fantastic. I still find, though, that Becky is treating the Intercontinental Championship more as an accessory than an actual championship. I think it's there to add to her resume as opposed to really having that luster on it.
Yeah, you had mentioned that earlier as well, during the show when all of that was going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really, like, other than for her first rematch against Lyra, I really don't remember any other women's Intercontinental Championship matches until tonight, where Becky did lose the match via countout, therefore not losing the Intercontinental Championship.
Which I think was great. I loved that. I thought that was a fantastic way to do so.
I'm with you there. Like, I think that it was actually the perfect ending, because you can keep the belt on Becky, but you're now starting to really establish MAXXINE as a credible wrestler.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you said she's stepped up, right? So
Yep. I mean, for me, probably the most improved wrestler of 2025. And as I said earlier, I haven't seen somebody improve as much as MAXXINE has since Liv Morgan.
Yeah. With that, thank you everybody for being here with us tonight. Absolutely fantastic show for Monday Night Raw. Another fantastic show for Turnbuckle Studios as well. Keep on keeping on. Like, this has just been fantastic with the WWE. I absolutely love it. Yeah, this is just, yeah, all good.
OMD.
Yes,
it's only fitting that you now take us home.
I was going to say, as we leave you, ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.